What are the best foods for protein? My name is Dominic Larvidge. I'm a footballer and I run a school community called Fit Footballers where I help footballers who train hard but still don't look or feel like a footballer because they are probably too fat and they want to get into better shape. Here are some of the results I've gotten for some of my members. This is me, some other clients losing a lot of weight, feeling better, bada bing, bada boom. What are you going to do? Okay. What are the best foods for protein? So first of all, we must understand, why do we need protein? What's the point of protein? You hear all this stuff online. Oh, protein bars, protein Snickers, protein Nutella, protein. Look, this is very simple. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, I think I have a mouse, so I'll draw some stuff in it. Make it easier for you guys. Basically, you need protein to rebuild your freaking muscles. Okay. Rebuild your body. So after training session, your body's kind of broken up from all the running, from all the training, and that is why you need protein in order to rebuild your muscles and rebuild your body. So protein, okay, I'm not the best at drawing, but protein is needed for your muscles. Now, equals good. We need protein. So how much protein do you need? What's the best food for protein? Number one, you need to know how much food you need to eat and how much protein you need to eat. So again, the more you train, the more calories you will need. Obviously, that's how it works. So people who run marathons and stuff, they're going to need a lot more energy. They need to eat a lot more food because they're burning a lot more calories because they're running a lot. But if you sit on the couch all day and you do nothing, then you probably need to eat less. So for footballers, how much do we need to eat? How much protein do we need to eat? So it depends on who you are. Right now, I guarantee you, if you're watching this video, you are probably too fat, because unless you look like Ronaldo, you still need to lose fat. Even me, I will show you guys, I will not, actually I will show you guys a video of me from this morning, literally today. So as you can see, this is me with my wet hair, and okay, the camera dropped, nice. But even me, I'm still too fat, and you can see some veins, you can see some abs, the V taper, some definition, some striations. But the truth is, I am still too fat. And I know a lot of people might be like, how are you too fat? Again, you can see abs, you can see some muscles. Because the truth is, unless you look like Ronaldo, you're just too fat. And again, there's different types of fat, So if I look up fat, yeah, okay, Fathom AI, nice, definitely not what I was looking for. Fat. So, this is what you think of when you think of fat people, innit? But then the Ronaldo physique. If we look this up, this is the standard for footballers, and you have to realize, yeah, that ultimately, until you look like this, yeah. How do I zoom in? I don't really know, but you can see the shredded veins, the shredded abs. Low definition. I mean, high definition, a lot of definition. Again, veins in the calves. Ronaldo is carrying very little body fat, and the reason why is fat does not do anything for football. So you are not going to be faster if you are more fat, but you will be faster if you have less fat. Now, obviously, there's many different factors when it comes to obviously getting faster. You have to do stuff in the gym, and you actually have to sprint multiple times a week to get multiple times a week to get faster. So, but the main thing is if you are less fat, you'll be faster because you are carrying less weight. So think about it. If I give you like a dumbbell, okay? Let me use this hammer as an example. Very strange thing just to have nearby. Okay, hypothetically, this hammer weighs 10 kilograms and I have two of them, and I'm running. I'm going to be slower because this weighs, obviously something. And it's the same thing with you. The more fat you have on your body, yeah, even this is what, loose skin and fat, and it doesn't serve any purpose when it comes to football. So if you look up the best players, yeah, right now, what's his name? The black guy, Ousmane Dembele. Look at this guy. Look at these skinny arms, and look at those skinny little twig legs. Bro is Slender Man. Bro is literally Slender Man. But you know what it is? Maybe you need to be Slenderman in order to. You need to have the Slenderman X Ousmane Dembele build in order to play at the highest level. And let me just explain quickly why, and then we'll kind of circle back to how much protein you need. So again, unless you have the Ronaldo physique, you're too fat. And if you're watching this, I guarantee you're too fat, because I'm too fat and I know a lot about nutrition and how to get fitter, because obviously I was a lot fatter. So, what was I saying? You're too fat. If you're watching this, you're too fat. Boom. So this is the game plan, yeah? Every single day, you're going to eat 2,000 calories, yeah? And you're going to get at least minimum, this is like poverty protein, yeah? As in like the base level, 100 grams of protein. That's a minimum. Now, if you're, how do I put this? Because the 100 grams of protein, that's like, it's giving you enough to like build muscle and survive and to rebuild everything. Anything less than this, like bro, you're not in a good position. And even then, 100 grams of protein is, I would say, too little. It's not the worst. Like, look, your body is very good at adapting, and if you give it 100 grams of protein every single day, you won't die. Nothing's gonna happen. Now, the kind of range that I would go for would be approximately 125 to 150 grams of protein, and with 2,000 calories, by the way. So 2,000 calories, 125 grams of protein to 150 grams of protein. And if you just do this every single day for 365 days of the year, for a whole year, I guarantee you, you will look more like this than you will like this. Because think about it, if you're a footballer, yeah, you're probably training every single day, if not multiple times a week, you know. So again, even me, I had a training yesterday, woke up this morning, 5 hours sleep, went for a walk to burn some more calories. So bro, I can't lie, I eat a lot, bro. I've had like 3 breakfasts already. I had some like Greek yogurt type of thing, then I had like a salad, and then I had coffee and some gloop. If you want to know what gloop is, that's another video. And it's already 11. So from 5 a.m. to 11, which if I'm not mistaken is 6 hours, I've eaten 3 times already. And the reason why I'm not fat is because I train a lot, I move a lot, I burn a lot of calories, and like we were saying about the people that run marathons, the more you move, the more energy you need. So to actually go back to the question, what are the best foods for protein? Well, number one, again, why do we need protein? We need protein to rebuild our muscles, to rebuild our body. Can you eat protein whenever you want? Yes, like literally you can do whatever you want in this life. Remember that. But it would be best to eat protein after a training session to rebuild your body. Because think about it, you train, you get tired, your muscles break down, your body breaks down, and then after it, you need to recover and heal your body. So you eat protein to rebuild your muscles, rebuild your body, then you go to sleep, obviously, to recover as well. And that's why we need protein. How much of it do we need? Minimum 100 grams of protein a day. And I would say a maximum of 150, because you just don't need any more. You know, you see all these bodybuilders online. Oh yeah, I eat 500 billion grams of protein. Unless you're trying to be this dude, you probably just don't need that much protein. Again, this is a bodybuilder, okay? And again, that's what a bodybuilder looks like. And this is what Ousmane Dembele, a footballer, looks like. So again, football is not based on muscle. Football is based on movement, acceleration, quickness, speed. The less you weigh, the better. But obviously, you don't want to be like, you know, okay, maybe that might get me flagged, but very skinny, underweight person. Okay, yeah, so this is not a good build, because this person has very low body fat, but also like minimal muscle, like very low muscle. But what we want to have is low fat, high muscle. Yeah, something, okay, maybe not this, bro's still too fat, but like, yeah, bro, just you know, just, okay, this is again crazy. Boom, this like, have, for football. Oh, this is a tricky one, because there's footballers that look like this, Ousmane Dembele, and there's Adama Traore. Look, just try to be as skinny as possible and have as much muscle as possible, but not to be a bodybuilder, more so to functional muscle that actually translates. Because again, you can have huge biceps. Yeah, what's that going to do for football? What is tricep curls going to do for your ability to kick a football and, like, you know? So to answer the question, boom, because I keep going around in circles. What are the best foods for protein? The best foods for protein, for me personally, again, it depends on who you are. Because I know one of the guys inside the school community, Bernard, he is a Muslim, so he doesn't eat pork. And also he's Indian and a vegetarian, so it's a bit of a tricky situation. But here are some good protein sources for every one of you guys around the world. Boom, chicken, turkey, boom, pork, prawns, lobster. These are like, bro, anything that's meat is very good. Of course, like chicken breast would be a lot better because it has less calories and a lot higher in protein than like chicken thighs, which have a lot more fat, which have more calories. Basically, you want to try to have foods that have as little calories as possible with as much protein as possible. So, is there protein in like a McDonald's hamburger? Yeah, there is, but like again, it's just like there's more in some chicken breast, you know. So, again, some more protein powder or protein sources. Cottage cheese, boom. We have protein powder. I'm gonna move this up here a little bit. 35, boom. Okay, 35, boom. Cottage cheese, protein powder. What else is there? What else is there? What a Greek yogurt. What else is there? To be honest, like yeah, again like ham. I don't know, just bro, meat, any sort of fish, bro, anything. If it's meat, it has protein. But the best ones, if I had to pick like my top three, I can't even lie, I would probably say chicken, because like bro, the whole everyone on earth has chicken. If you're like in Asia or Bangladesh or North Ethiopia or America or Europe, there's chicken everywhere, you know. I don't know if they have lobster out in Nepal, you know, in Mount Everest, but chicken is everywhere, so chicken is probably the best one, in my opinion. Prawns kind of a bit expensive, I won't lie, but if you got the, you know, the paper like that, buy some prawns. Pork, haram for all my Muslim guys, so kind of, you know, not really the best option. Turkey, yeah, turkey is good, but can also be expensive. So, and lobster, yeah, talk about expensive. So, bro, I can't even lie. Chicken, any bro, eat a whole chicken, chicken breast, something, you know, just chicken. And then these are some kind of more ones that are like not meat. So cottage cheese is a good one. Protein powder, Greek yogurt. If you're buying any of these, well, not protein powder because you know protein powder has very little fat. If you're buying cottage cheese or Greek yogurt, some of them have like 10% fat, or you know, they have like different fat percentages. When you're buying cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or any type of yogurt, try to look for the 0% fat one, because again, fat has a lot of calories. And it's not that we don't need fat, but it doesn't, like, fat does nothing for the rebuilding of your muscles. As in, your body needs fat to like just function properly, but just to rebuild muscle, your body just needs protein. So again, try to get to 0% fat, because then you can also eat more food and feel more full, and it just makes the whole like muscle gaining, fat loss process a lot more sustainable. And obviously, ham and fish as well, good for protein. So just to finish off this video, what are the best foods for protein? Again, what does he mean by the best foods, and also how much protein do you need? If you are watching this video, I guarantee you you're still too fat, so you need to get leaner, so you need to lose fat, which means you need to be in a calorie deficit. What does that mean? Boom, guys, just listen. Eat 2000 calories every single day with a minimum of 100 grams of protein. Do that for a year whilst still training every single day, whilst still working out your muscles, and I promise you, you will not look like this. I cannot guarantee you that you will look like Ronaldo, but I can guarantee you that you will probably look a lot better if you just listen to my advice. Again, best foods for protein, any meat, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, something like that. That's it for now, guys. If you have any more questions, join the school community. If you have any more questions, join the school community Fit Footballers, for footballers who train hard but still don't feel or look like a footballer. Ask your questions. Again, here are some of the members, some of the results. If you have any questions, ask them inside, join the community, and I'll help you out. That's it for now. See y'all boys later.